All right, let's jump right in. We are going to fix the single biggest reason your AI is giving you, well, kind of useless and disappointing results. And the solution? It's not some new expensive tool or complicated code. No, it's a superpower you already have. And today, we're going to unlock it.
Does this look familiar? You ask the AI for something, anything, and you get back this wall of text that's fine, I guess, but it's totally soulless, generic, and honestly a complete waste of your time. If you're nodding along right now, you are not alone. But the good news is, this is an incredibly easy fix.
I mean, just look at this. The difference is absolutely night and day. On the left, without any context, the AI's output is exactly what you'd expect. Bland, forgettable, pretty much useless. But on the right, once you inject some context, boom, it's transformed. It's specific, it's actionable, it's actually valuable. This is the difference we are talking about.
So here's the big reveal, the thing you have to get. The problem isn't the AI. It's not. It's what we're feeding it. Your knowledge, your company's DNA, the specifics of your situation. That is the superpower. It has a name, and it's called context. Think about it like this. You wouldn't ask a brand new employee who just walked in the door to draft a critical client email without giving them some background, right? Of course not. Well, context is just that briefing. It's everything the AI needs to stop acting like a generic intern and start thinking like a sharp, clued-in member of your team. So how do we give the AI that briefing, consistently? Well, with a dead simple framework that I want you to burn into your brain, the context sandwich. This is your secret weapon for getting exactly what you want from the AI every single time. It's awesome. This whole framework just has 4 essential layers. It's simple. We start with the desired outcome. What do you want? Then you add the constraints, your guardrails, the don'ts. Then the audience. Who is this for? And finally, the background. All those crucial scene-setting details. 4 layers. That's it. Let's see how this actually works in the real world. Okay, first up, let's take a really high-stakes scenario. You have to update the board about a project that's running late. Yikes! This is where nuance and tone are absolutely critical. So, let's build our sandwich. Now check out the level of detail we're injecting here. We're not just saying write an update. We're telling it we're a 200-person B2B fintech company. The audience is a board of 6 savvy investors. And the situation? Well, it's not great. The project is 10% over budget and 2 weeks behind. But, and this is key, the tone we want is candid and data-driven, not whiny or defensive. And the format? A tight 3-paragraph summary. And just look at the result. With all that context, the AI doesn't just spit out the problem, no, it frames the delay strategically. It immediately starts talking about corrective actions. It uses the kind of language like risk and mitigation that a board expects to hear. This isn't just an update, it's a strategic communication. And here's the kicker. The time you would have spent agonizing over every single word, trying to strike that perfect tone, all that stress, it goes from 45 minutes of painful writing down to maybe 3 minutes of prompting and a quick edit. That is a massive, massive win. Okay, let's try another one. Let's create an onboarding plan for new hires. You know what generic HR template is totally useless here? A great training plan has to speak the language of the role and, just as importantly, the language of the company. So the context we're injecting is super specific. We include the actual job title, the exact tech stack they'll be using, and even the common mistakes that new hires in this role tend to make. We're adding details about our culture, our values, our communication style, and we're asking for a very specific format, a week 1 versus month 1 breakdown. And the result? The AI produces a plan that feels like it came from a manager who's been at your company for 10 years. It has real milestones, it references the actual tools your team uses, and the tone just feels right. It reflects your culture. It's instantly useful, no fluff. All right, for our last example, let's look at something that requires even more nuance, a tricky vendor negotiation. You know these conversations can live or die based on relationship history, something the AI knows absolutely nothing about. Unless, of course, you tell it. So, the crucial context here is the background we provide. We've had a 3-year positive history with these guys, but lately there have been a couple of service slips. We have a competitor's quote that's 15% lower. And most importantly, the goal. We want to get a better price, but we don't want to burn the bridge. So the tone has to be that perfect mix of firm but respectful. You see, without this context, the AI would probably write a cold, demanding email. But with it, it produces something really remarkable.
It references the long partnership, it acknowledges the recent issues diplomatically, and it makes a clear business case without issuing any ultimatums. That perfect balance, that nuance, that's not AI magic. That is context doing all the heavy lifting. Now, you could type all this out every single time, sure, but the real pro move, the thing that turns this from a cool trick into a daily game changer, is to build a reusable context file. It's just a simple text block. You create it once, and then you just paste it at the start of every new AI chat. It's got the basics about your company, your personal writing style, your typical audience, and any standing rules or constraints. It's a one-time effort that gives you a permanent upgrade on every single output. And here's what that template can look like. You can build this right now. For our tone, don't just put professional. Get specific. Say professional, but also direct and approachable. For always avoid, list things like passive voice, industry jargon, and never mention competitor X. And my favorite tip, add a sample sentence that you've written that perfectly captures your style. Fill this out once, save it somewhere handy, and you are good to go.
Okay, so let's wrap this up with the 4 key takeaways. First, and this is the most important one, context equals better output. That's it. That is the simple formula that transforms the AI from a generic tool into your most valuable colleague. Number 2, use the sandwich. Every single time you write a prompt, just mentally check off those 4 layers: desired outcome, constraints, audience, and background. Make it an automatic reflex. Third, build your context file. I'm serious, take 10 minutes after this explainer is over and just do it. It is the highest leverage thing you can do to permanently improve your AI results. That one-time effort will pay you back every single day. And finally, number 4, just remember that specificity wins. Always. Vague input will always lead to vague output. The more detail and clarity you provide in your context, the more tailored, specific, and genuinely useful the AI's response is going to be. So, remember, your AI is not a mind reader. It's a brilliant new colleague who's just waiting for a good briefing. It is ready for an upgrade, and now you have the exact tool to give it one. So the only question left is, what process, what email, what project are you going to supercharge first?